Emerging out of the darkness today was Aaron Rodgers. Remember, he's been on a darkness retreat for the last few days.
There ain't no grave.
Contemplating his future. Supposedly, he said there was no soap and no plumbing, I think was what it was. No soap, no plumbing. The no plumbing, okay, not my favorite thing to go to the bathroom in nature, but I've camped enough and okay, that's fine. No soap is tough. No soap, like, boy, all right, so I gotta go and just kind of break some bark off of a tree and like rub it under my arms and then just like lay in the water.
Maybe just revel in your musk.
Yeah, I mean, I think a darkness retreat is more like I'm staying in a cabin in the woods. That's kind of what it is.
Well, I mean, when you say cabin in the woods, it invokes the movie of that same title, and really, that's a whole other world.
And you roll with the changes. It would have just been cooler with a merman. So he comes out of the darkness. And he goes on Pat McAfee Show today. Now, what's going to happen? Is Aaron Rodgers going to play football this year, coming off a pretty good last year with the Steelers? And he gives this cryptic answer. But don't worry, I can tell you exactly why he appeared on Pat McAfee and what he wants to get out there and if he's coming back. But here he is talking about how, well, if I'm going to come back, I kind of got to hear from Pittsburgh at some point.
I've talked to Mike. I've talked to Omar. There's been no deadline that's been put in front of me. There's no contract, offer or anything. So there's nothing that I'm, having to debate between. I'm free agent, and again, I'm enjoying my time with my wife and enjoying this part of the off season, and I think there's conversations to be had down the line, but right now I'm not. There hasn't been any progressive conversations.
I like how he's doing the whole I'm choosing more time with my family over football. Time for me to spend more time. Well, nobody chooses more time with their family because they've been away from their family for 30 years. I'm not going to suddenly go back now, but he is actually choosing time with his wife, time with my family in the offseason.
He's the anti-Clayton Kershaw in your world.
What he's doing. Clayton Kershaw, oh, by the way, got taken deep today in WBC.
It's just a warm-up.
So what does this mean? What I can tell you everything that's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers just from that soundbite.
Okay.
First of all, Rodgers is going to play this year. There is no way he is not going to risk not controlling the narrative to the end of his career. Right? Guys that are big stars, when you get to the level of Aaron Rodgers, you want to go out on your terms. You want to retire. You want to be the one to call the shots. It was dicey for him coming off his injuries with the Jets. Was he going to get another chance? And things were different. But he has a pretty decent-ish season with the Steelers last year. Mm-hmm. If he was going to retire, he would just retire because he's not going to give up the power. He would come out and say, you know what, I was in a darkness retreat. I was by myself, and I was in the woods, and I talked to a fox, and the fox said, how you doing, Mr. Rodgers? And I said, oh, that's nice. And all of a sudden, here comes a deer, and then all of a sudden it's Snow White, and I'm talking to a bunch of people. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Well, I mean, McAfee's part of the ESPN, ABC Disney family. They could have really presented that whole thing.
Yeah, but I still think Snow White's on a moratorium. You can't get it anywhere yet. It's every 20 years Disney does that. They get rid of movies, and you can't get them for a while. I think so. So
I think it's all on the stream.
He definitely wants to play. He's definitely going to play because he's not going to suddenly now go, oh, now I'm not going to play. He's going to play.
He can back up Tua with the Jets.
100%.
He's going to back up Derek Carr.
Everybody goes back to all three of them back with the Jets. But for Aaron Rodgers, what's he trying to accomplish here? He is telling the Steelers, you ain't getting me for free this year. Okay? Now, I didn't have any influence or cachet going into last season, so he really played it from a great perspective of, hey, I just want to play. I don't need tons of money. And I go to the Steelers, and I'm going to try to finish my career on my terms, right? That's what he wanted to do. He didn't really have any power. He didn't have cachet. He signed a 1-year deal for about $15 million, right? Okay. But now he has a pretty good year. And the Steelers are saying, okay, we're going to go get Mike McCarthy. Okay, great. We got Mike McCarthy. I want Aaron. Okay. I had a pretty good year last year. You need something. You need me because you're not going to get a quarterback anywhere in the draft this year. You're not going to go out and get Kyler Murray or Kirk Cousins and bring one of those guys in. You want me, and I am telling you, I am not coming cheap this year. It's not going to be 1 year, I'll play for love of the game stuff. The fact that he says there's no contract offer. Like, he didn't say, hey, we're going to talk later, everything is fine. I've talked to Omar, I talked to Mike. He is letting everybody know it's not just going to be I roll over and take whatever you give me. No. This is going to be, I'm going to get more money. Maybe it's something with 2 years in it because I could play this year and next year. I've felt my love of the game again. I'm playing pretty well. I think I know the offense well enough. Yeah, I'm ready to keep going here. I kind of like it here in Pittsburgh. I got Mike McCarthy. All of a sudden, this is a whole new world for me. But I ain't coming cheap. So this is the first salvo in him saying, you're not going to come at me with, hey, how about 1 year and $12 million? No, this is going to be, if Justin Bleepin Fields can get 2 years and $40 million with the Jets, guess what? I want 2 years and $40 million, and I want it all guaranteed. Or I want $30 million guaranteed. He is telling the Steelers, okay, I'm coming back, I'm playing, but it ain't just going to be me taking whatever you put in front of me. This is going to be a thing.
Talked a lot about Latrobe and the love of being in front of the fans. One of my favorite places to go for those that just love being around football. You like the random trips in the summertime. Go out to Latrobe. Go watch some training camp. It'll be hotter than hell, but you get access to the players and a lot of love there. It's a great environment, great view, all of that stuff. But it's the idea for Rodgers, look, he had a 6.1 or thereabouts intended air yards per attempt. Only 3 quarterbacks were worse than that last year. You want to guess who they were?
Two of them played for the Jets.
Only one of them in this.
Oh,
game.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So Justin Fields.
No.
Sure. Oh, Brady Cook?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought both of them. I thought both
Fields
of them.
isn't much higher, but
here's the 3.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay.
And then you got Dylan Gabriel and free agent to be Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
At 5.9. Matches his height.
No.
How about that? Sorry, I'm a short guy. I can make that joke.
That's not cool, man. You've been sideswiping people since we started the show tonight.
Would you rather I go back to the betting odds?
I'm just saying.
I'm just trying to change up my game and keep you guessing here.
Instead of 5'9", you could have said he was 6'7". 6'7". 6'7". Could have done 6'7".
But
6'7".
then
Could have done
one
that.
of my kids will
anymore.
come flying through the door and punch me.
I think we're done with 6'7".
No, 6'7" still a thing.
It really isn't.
No, it's still a thing.
I think it is
at your
for
house?
old people now.
It's not as big as it was, but it's still existing.
Is that a game you play with Ralph? Or
No.
what?
6'7". 6'7" is still big. It's not quite big in the high schools like it was, but now it's trickled down to where in the middle schools.
I think it died out, though.
In the middle schools and the kindergartens,
Sure?
it's still there. Yeah.
See, I thought it became an old man thing at this point. That the adults have it. Let's let it go, and it passes on. But for Rodgers, look, they've got $60 million of salary cap space. They got rid of Jonnu Smith. That's another 7 and change today. They've told everybody Pat Freiermuth isn't going anywhere. So now you begin the rebuild process. Last year, Daniel Jones signed for about the same money that Rodgers did. Now he's going to get 38.7, and he may not be healthy for week 1. Yeah, I think if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm looking around going, you see what they just did for him? And you got Mike, because you can't tell me he didn't have some influence in bringing McCarthy in there, right?
Oh,
At least short term, right?
Of course.
So it's everybody, washing each other's hands and getting into the mix here.
I mean, really. I mean, he's gonna get more money. He knows it's the end of his earning power. Coming off this, they need him more than they needed him last year. Last year was, hey, let's see if we can work out, help each other out. You work out better than the other quarterbacks we had. It did. Okay. Hey, all right, okay, but now you're going to give me a little bit more.
See, I was half expecting him to hold up a list of all the free agent quarterbacks.